My breathing is steady and shallow, the exhales causing slight disturbances in the fog around me, my shoes making a constant smack on the pavement. The mist acts like a thin blanket, dampening my senses, making the world just a little quieter, a little calmer. All around me are the sounds and smells of pure, serene nighttime. To my left is the pond. Ducks are huddled along the shoreline, sometimes ruffling their feathers or making a sleepy murmur. I had just passed the campus daycare. The windows are all dark and the playground is empty. The swing creaks back and forth slightly. There must be a breeze. I'm on my way back from a long night of studying. It's around 2 a.m. The cafeteria in the university hall is open all the time, so students can study there for upcoming finals. I'm not much of a cram studier, so I'm way ahead and I don't have any exams for a few days. I should have made plans to stay at Erin's place. She lives on campus in the dorms and she gave me a copy of her key, which is completely against the rules, by the way. But she figured I might need a place to crash if I ever got too drunk at a campus party. But I'm pretty sure she won't appreciate me storming in at 2 a.m. when she, unlike me, has an exam in the morning. I brought the key with me in case I was too tired to walk home. But alas, coffee is a brilliant invention, and if anything, I feel wide awake. So I silently reviewed the topics I'm finished going over. Riemann sums, multivariable integration, domain and range of a plane. Oh shit, I forgot how to find domain. A noise. Just behind me in the bushes. A rustling. I turned abruptly, and I see nothing. A rat bursts from the bushes and scuttles across the path. I chuckle at my paranoia and continue walking, trying to regain my train of thought. Forget it. I have plenty of time to study. I can relax and enjoy the serene walk home. There's that noise again. A rustling sound closer to my back. I don't bother to turn around this time, knowing logically that the sound is likely attributed to some other small nighttime creature. But I hasten my pace a bit, slightly admonishing myself for being so ridiculous. I turn right onto a dirt path, my favorite shortcut, which leads away from the edge of the pond. There aren't many street lamps along this route, but it gets me home faster than the alternative. To my left are trees. Not a full-blown forest or anything, just some shrubbery planted on campus in an attempt to make it look prettier. On my right is a fenced construction site. The breeze makes an eerie sound when it blows through the skeletal frames of the unfinished buildings. Starlings are gathering in the trees just above my head, noisily expressing their distaste for my presence on their path. Their twittering and chattering is a comforting distraction from the eerie sounds emanating from the unfinished building beside me. The fog itself has mostly lifted, and I catch a movement out the corner of my eye, ever so small, just beyond the fence of the construction zone. A fleeting shadow, like a piece of garbage blowing around in the open space. I stop. For some reason, I need to look, to see if maybe, just maybe, someone is in the empty building. Vandals? Maybe. I squint and move closer, grasping onto the chain link in an attempt to see into the dim area behind the boundary. But I see nothing. I shake my head and release my hand from the fence, causing a shudder to go through the length of it. There, a figure, sprinting between posts of the unfinished building. I knew that I saw it, but by the time I focused my eyes into the darkness, It had disappeared again. Then, a figure, graceful and ghastly all at once, otherworldly in some ineffable way, steps out from behind a pile of dirt into the open middle sight and stares at me. Without being able to discern eyes, or any features at all, I know that this thing is looking at me. I startle abruptly, turn away from the fence, and I start walking again. Even faster now. I glance over into the construction site as I move, and the figure is still there. A distance away, but in walking pace with me. I speed up, the instinctive prickling sensation of flight running up my spine and making my hair stand on end. Multiple thoughts rushing through my head. How many coffees did I have today? Am I hallucinating? Just get home. Just get home. When I glance again, and the figure is gone. The sick feeling of being followed is still in the pit of my stomach. I can see a light ahead, and I know I'm almost to the street, so I speed up another notch. Almost to the safety and comfort of suburbia, almost in the warm glow of street lamps, almost past the looming construction site. I put my head down and walk even faster. My legs are burning, and it's everything I can do not to burst into a full-blown sprint. I look up to see how much closer I am. And it's there, right in front of me. This thing is at the end of the path, standing directly under the streetlight. It's watching me. Not quite human somehow. I come to a halt. Now I know I'm in trouble. I stand there for a split second. It watching me watching it. And suddenly, abruptly, like some horrible inverted flash of lightning, the street lamp goes out, and I'm plunged in the darkness. I can't see it anymore, but I am not willing to believe it can see me. So I turn and I run. The moonlight occasionally flashes between the trees. The starlings are gone. I can't sense a breeze. I have no idea where I am on the path. And I'm scared. Terrified. I can hear it behind me. A ghastly, curdling gasp, sound accompanied by a pattern of the thing's footsteps. They're getting closer. Closer. And closer. I'm still running, but I shrug off my backpack, letting it fall to the ground, and I glance back. In the flashes of moonlight, I see the thing stumble to the ground, tripped up by my bag. Definitely not human. I start running even faster. There's the pond. I can see it. Just ahead. The moon reflected in the still water. I reach my turn and get an idea. I sprint in the direction of Aaron's dorm building. I can still hear this thing behind me, but it sounds further away now. I gained some distance when it tripped. I force my legs to go even faster. I'm panting, and I can't feel my legs. I run past the campus daycare, back past the cafeteria, and I burst into the courtyard of Aaron's building, sprinting towards the light above the solid steel door, already digging into my pocket for the key. The key. Where was it? Was it in my pocket? Or did I put it in my backpack? Shit. Shit. I'm at the door now. The thing is behind me. I know it's getting closer. The light above the door goes out. I fumble in the darkness, desperately digging in my pocket. The sounds of the thing behind me are getting closer. Louder and louder. And yes! The key! I'm sweating as I pull this thing from my pocket and urgently feel around for the keyhole. Oh god, why did the light have to go out? Of all things. The key slides into the lock. I turn it, throw the door open, rush inside to the warmth of the lobby, and slam the door behind me. Silence. Bang. The thing throws itself against the steel door. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. A garbled cry of anger sounds from beyond the door. And then there's nothing. Except for what sounds like a chuckle. And then this thing is gone. I realize I've been holding my breath, so I exhale. There's a sound behind me, and I jump and turn around. But it's only Erin. Morgan, she says. I begin to sob. I don't ever cry. But I start bawling. What the fuck? Okay, whoa. What the hell is going on? I heard banging, it woke me up, and, well, obviously my room is right here, so I came to see what happened. Are you okay? Why are you hurt? Is it that douche of a boyfriend? I swear to God, if he hurt you or something. Now I'm laughing. Why am I laughing? This must be what shock feels like. I don't think you... I stop to sob and giggle. Erin looks at me like I'm completely insane. Believe me if I told you what just happened to me. I start to turn hysterical. Doors in the hallway open and sleepy students peek their heads out of their rooms to see what the racket is. Erin yells at them. Go back to bed. God, people just can't mind their own goddamn business. Her profuse cursing obviously worked because doors closed again and everyone disappeared. Okay, well, let's go into my room. My roommate is a psycho, so she'll probably have a fit, but I honestly don't care at this point. Since when do you cry? Okay, just get in here. She leads a hysterical me into her room, and sure enough, her roommate, I think her name was Sue, gives us a dirty look and makes a show of jabbing her earbuds in and turning her iPod on loud, then rolling over and yanking the covers over her head. Erin rolls her eyes and flops down on the bed, crossing her legs. You want to tell me what the hell is going on then, Ed? It better be good. Sometime later, in the early hours of the morning following a long, incredulous lecture from Erin about the defects of staying up too late, plus a tangent lecture about how she, unlike some people, has an exam to write in a few hours, she banishes me into our dorm room floor with a blanket and a rolled up hoodie for a pillow, and demands that I go into sleep. Still convinced I hadn't imagined the horrors of the night, I grudgingly close my eyes, but flashes of the thing's face dart across my eyelids, and I realize that attempted sleep is futile. My phone had also been in my pocket, rather than in my backpack, along with Erin's key. I pick it up and seriously consider, for about half a second, to call the police. But what would I tell them? The key. Shit. What did I do with it? I feel around in the dark, but I can't remember where I put it in the flurry of action after I made it safely into the building. Erin is snoring lightly, and I figure she'll stay that way for at least a couple more hours. So I resolve to find the key later, and in the meantime, take advantage of resident facilities. Maybe after a long shower, I'll be able to convince myself I imagined the whole ordeal, or wake up and realize I've been asleep in the cafeteria all this time. Or maybe I'll just feel a little bit less crazy. I quietly steal a towel from one of Erin's drawers. It's a good thing I know I can borrow her stuff without asking. Waking Erin up is never a fun activity. I quietly unlock Aaron's door from the inside, since I can't find the key and I don't care to get locked out, and creep into warmly lit the hallway, tiptoeing my way towards the bathroom. And my stomach suddenly drops, like when you realize that you forgot to do something very, very important. I realize with sickly understanding. I don't know what I did with Aaron's key because I never retrieved it from the outside lock. The whole night comes rushing back to me. The darkness as the light above the door was extinguished. My panic to get inside to safety. Slamming the door behind me. The horrible sound of the thing chuckling. There's a step behind me, and the lights in the hallway go out.